Do you want a card pull? You're gonna get one. So I keep seeing 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. I've been seeing this number a lot in my other readings and just in my personal life as well. That is significant to something being in motion. I've been getting visuals of waves and the wind moving through trees. It reminds me of the energy that's in the air right before a storm, where you can walk outside and you can kind of smell the rain and you just know that there's a storm coming. There's a certain electricity to the air that I think a lot of us will be familiar with. So just this feeling of anticipation. You are a very intelligent and a very creative person, but I think that you have so many things that you are interested in and so many avenues that you feel like you could go down, which is true, that you almost get too overwhelmed to even start anything. You might be someone that starts a lot of projects and doesn't ever finish them. You're the type of person whose brain moves too quickly for their mouth to keep up with, or too quickly for their fingers to type out what you're thinking even. It's like you have this plethora of talents and creativity and intelligence, but you almost just don't know how to do with it because you haven't learned to regulate your nervous system enough. You could be neurodivergent as well. With the hare and the oak, we do see new opportunities here along with this intelligence. We have the confidence card and we have the hawk and the thistle, graceful persistence. I'm hearing that you might have had trouble in the past or are currently struggling with knowing when to quit, or you've had an all or nothing approach to the way that you have worked in the past. You experience periods of depression and hyperproductivity and then zero productivity. There's not really a good middle point for you. It's either you are overproducing or underproducing. Like you are unable to do anything, or you feel like you have to do everything at once and finish everything at once while you have this surge of energy. I think that that's really something to look at, something to work on, being able to manage your energy in a way that is not going to be harmful for you. And just understand and realize that you are special and you have a special way of operating. I think your whole life you have been working against your brain instead of working with your brain. So if you accommodate yourself, if you give yourself space and time and grace and understanding, then you can move into this confidence and this graceful persistence rather than this place of overcompensating for time that you feel like you've lost because you have run yourself into the ground from overworking yourself, essentially. You might have heavy earth energy in your chart as well. You don't have to be an earth sign, but it's giving very much like Capricorn, Virgo type of energy. And that doesn't have to just be your sun sign. It can be like your stellium. It can be your rising sign. It can be whatever. It feels very stubborn. It feels very determined, but almost to a fault. Like you have a bad habit of being way too tough on yourself and thinking that if you're not immediately the best at everything, then you are nothing. Stubborn nature of the ram causes it to be a very powerful adversary, but it can also hinder the ram's progress because they can try to bust through things without thinking first, and it might cause injury. You might think that the only way to achieve the success that you're looking for is to power through and just keep pushing, but your stubbornness and your unwillingness to approach the situation from different angles might be holding you back more than it's actually helping you. So I would suggest taking a step back, asking yourself how you can look at the situation a little bit differently. I don't think that you need to change directions, but I do think you need to look at your situation with a different set of eyes. So whether that be asking someone else that you trust for help. I know it's really difficult to view things from an unbiased lens when you were living through it, but just imagine if it was a friend of yours that came to you with the same problem. What would you tell them to do, or what would you encourage them to do? You were literally so close to breaking through this period of stagnancy, and it just requires a little perspective change, just a little bit of perspective change. The answer will just hit you on the head one day. If you would like to keep up with me just in case anything happens to TikTok, I do have a YouTube channel that I'm posting my readings on regularly as well, so give me a follow there, and I hope you have a great day.